So this is for anyone dealing with loss or anything like that. Recently, yesterday, in fact, my childhood kitty cat that I've had since I was 13 years old passed away. Anyway, this was a post I made to social media years ago. And I ended up stumbling on it, so I thought I'd share it with, I don't know, anybody that might need to, or might get comfort from it. A kind of a corny thing from an old celebrity retrospective that I overheard my mom watching one time. But it stuck with me, and it was something kind of like this. Then, shortly after someone dies, after the shock and sadness, in a way, you get them back. The time they'd spent in front of the camera was mostly when they were in their prime. You'll hardly remember when they were too old or too sick. You'll remember them, and you'll have them again in your memories as they were when they were at their best. And there's a magic in that. And of course, in this other post, it was shortly after one of my hamsters had passed, so I talked a little bit about him. I went on to say, at the time, it definitely seemed true, and I've thought about it since then. But the older I am, maybe the more people or pets have gone, the truer I've found it to be. I'm using my little Bruno as an example. I had him for more than 2 years, and even though his age was starting to show beforehand, he really was only feeble and in decline for the last few weeks. And of course, I still cherished and took photos at that time, but there were more when he was young and healthy. So many more. And the time that he was too weak to use his wheel was nothing compared to him flying away every night like a little 16-bit hedgehog. I remember when he was young, I remember when he was rotund and youthful, and the first night I put a spin counter on his wheel and tracked him and did the math and realized that he was going I live in kind of a rural area, but he was going to the next small town over, and some nights he was going the equivalent of to the interstate nearby, I don't know, it's like a 10-mile or so round trip. He was going that far, just running on his wheel. And in Bruno's case, when I look at those old videos, I'm not thinking of him when he was shriveled up and kind of looked like a little prune with legs. I have him as that young little ham who was able to do that. And with my cat, it's kind of the same. I don't remember, especially because it was only the last 6 months that he was really even slowing down. And he was still my cat then, but now that he's gone, now that I am looking at the old photos, I hadn't realized how old he'd gotten because in my head, it was just, day by day, but now he's not my little old cat who's getting lighter by the day. He's our he's back to being the little fat cat who used to beg for pasta and eat butter and would scream at you if you tried to take his food bowl away. And there's comfort in that. So for anybody else that's dealing with a loss now or recently, just maybe try to remember that. It helps me a lot.